What if I told you that your best years, your strongest, most vibrant, most meaningful years could still be waiting for you, even after 70? The world loves to whisper a tired old tale that aging means slowing down, growing fragile, and fading quietly into the background. But I'm here to flip that script with a truth that hits harder and shines brighter. You've got more power, more resilience, more life in you than you might ever have imagined. There are 5 simple things, everyday acts of quiet strength, that only a rare 5% of seniors over 70 can still do. And those few? They're not just scraping by, they're thriving, living with a fire that refuses to dim. The incredible news: you're not locked out of that club. You can step into it, starting right now, today, this very moment. In this video, we're going to dig deep into the overlooked habits, the subtle daily choices, and the mindset shifts that can rewrite your story of aging. Stick with me all the way. I promise you'll walk away not just inspired, but armed with real, practical steps to take charge of your health, your independence, and your joy. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Join a growing community of everyday warriors who've decided that age is just a number, not a limit. Like this video, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and share it with someone you care about. Let's get started, because you're not here to fade into the shadows. You're here to rise up, bold and unstoppable. Let's kick things off with something so simple it almost feels trivial. Sitting down on the floor and standing back up, all on your own, no hands, no help. Sounds like something a kid could do without blinking, right? But here's the stark reality: most people over 70 can't pull it off anymore. It's not because they're old, it's because life has a way of letting us drift away from the basics. That elite 5% who still can, they're not just lucky, they're part of a rare group aging with strength, confidence, and an independence that radiates. This isn't about the act itself, it's about what your body has to bring to the table to make it happen. Think about it. To sit and stand like that, you need legs with real power to push you up. You need a core that's steady, not wobbly, holding you together like the roots of a tree. You need joints that bend and flex without complaint, and balance that keeps you from tipping over. When any one of those pieces starts to weaken, maybe your knees creak, or your back protests getting up becomes a battle. And if you stop fighting that battle, independence doesn't just stumble, it slips away, quiet as a shadow. I've seen it happen. Folks who used to dance through life suddenly stuck in a chair, not because they wanted to be, but because they let the basics fade. But here's where the magic comes in. You don't have to let that be your story. This is something you can rebuild, no matter where you're starting from, no matter how long it's been. Picture this. My neighbor Ruth was 72 when she realized she couldn't get up from the floor anymore without grabbing the couch. She didn't shrug and give up, she got curious. She started small, easing down onto a soft carpet every morning, taking her time, then working her way back up. At first, she needed a hand on the wall, then just a finger. Now, she's 75, and she pops up like it's nothing. She told me, "It's not about the floor, it's about knowing I can still do it." You can start today. Find a soft spot, a rug, a mat, and lower yourself down, slow and steady. Take a breath, feel your body, then rise up using as little support as you can. If it's tough, don't beat yourself up. It's not a test to ace. It's a signal to listen to. Move more, a walk around the block, a stretch before bed. Strengthen more. Try squatting to a chair and back up 5 times a day. Add a twist sit cross-legged for 10 seconds before standing. Feel your hips open up. The moment you stop getting up is the moment you start going down, and you're here to rise, stronger, steadier, and more in command of your life than ever. Let's shift gears to something we've all done a million times: carrying a bag of groceries. It's so ordinary, so woven into the fabric of daily life that you don't even think about it until it's not so easy anymore. That 5% who still hoist a bag without a second thought, they're holding on to something precious, pure, unfiltered independence. This isn't just about toting apples and bread home. It's a full-body symphony. Grip strength in your hands to clutch the handles, power in your shoulders and arms to lift. A core that keeps you upright, and balance that stops you from swaying. When that music starts to falter, the little things, twisting open a stubborn jar, pushing up from a chair, even standing tall while you walk, get harder, heavier, quieter. Here's a wake-up call you might not expect. Your ability to carry that bag is one of the strongest signs of your overall health. Science backs this up. Studies from places like the National Institutes of Health show that weaker grip strength doesn't just mean shaky hands. It's linked to bigger risks. Heart problems that creep up uninvited, memory that starts to blur around the edges, even a shorter road ahead than you'd hope for. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it to light a fire under you. Because this isn't set in stone. It's not a sentence, it's a challenge you can meet head on and win. Think about my Uncle Joe. At 68, he noticed his grocery bags felt like lead weights. He'd set them down halfway from the car to the kitchen, huffing, hands trembling, pride a little bruised. Then one day he decided he wasn't ready to let go of that simple freedom. He started with a tennis ball, squeezing it while he watched the evening news, 20 times a night. Then he added a light dumbbell, curling it while his morning coffee brewed. 6 months later, he was hauling 2 bags in one trip, grinning like a kid who just won a race. He told me, "It's not about the groceries, it's knowing I don't need anyone else to carry them for me. You can do this too." Next time you grab a bag, maybe it's just a loaf of bread and some milk. Pause for a second. Feel how your body responds. Shaky hands, heavy arms. That's your starting line, not your finish. Start small, squeeze a softball 10 times a day, feel your grip wake up. Try resistance bands, light ones. Nothing fancy, or hold a can of soup for 30 seconds. Then switch hands. Walk with it a few steps. Feel your shoulders engage. You're not training to bench press a car, you're training to stay free, to move through life without fear or struggle. And if this is sparking something in you, hit subscribe. Right now, we're just getting warmed up. And I've got more to share to keep you going strong. Now let's talk about something we all face sooner or later. Stairs. They're just a few steps up or down, right? Harmless little risers until they're not. For too many over 70, stairs turn into a wall, something to dread or dodge rather than conquer. But that 5% who climb a flight without stopping to catch their breath, they're living proof of vitality, shouting it from the rooftops with every step. This isn't just about strong legs, it's your heart pumping steady and true, your lungs pulling in life like a deep, cool breeze, your muscles pushing you forward with quiet power. When going upstairs feels like climbing Everest, when your knees groan, your chest tightens, or your legs tremble. It's not just a physical signal, it's your whole being saying, "Hey, I need more. I want more." Here's where it gets real. When stairs get tough, people don't just avoid them, they avoid everything tied to them. One floor becomes their whole world. Elevators replace effort. Movement shrinks. And with it, life does too, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I saw this with my friend Maria. At 71, she stopped taking the stairs to her second-floor apartment. Too tiring, she said. Too much huffing and puffing. Soon, she stopped walking to the park down the street, then stopped leaving the house much at all. It wasn't just her legs giving up. It was her spirit, her sense of possibility. But here's the flip side. It doesn't have to stay that way. Maria's daughter got her moving again, 5 steps a day, then 10, then a full flight. Now she's 74, climbing 2 flights and laughing about how she used to dread them. You can turn it around too, starting wherever you are. Maybe it's 3 steps today. Walk up, rest, come back down. Next week, try 5. Add in simple stuff, stand from a chair 10 times, slow and controlled, feeling your thighs fire up. Step up on a low box or a sturdy book, 1 leg at a time, 5 reps each side. Walking more helps around the block, through a park, up a gentle hill if you've got one nearby. You don't need to run marathons or scale skyscrapers, just keep your engine running, your heart humming, your legs ready. Because stairs aren't just a challenge, they're a symbol. Every step up is a step toward a life that keeps growing, not shrinking, with strength and dignity carrying you forward like a flag in the wind. Let's pause the physical for a moment and talk about something just as vital, maybe even more so. Your mind. You've lived through decades, moments of pure joy, storms of challenge, quiet victories no one else saw but you. Keeping that mind sharp, holding on to those memories, isn't something you can take for granted. It's something you nurture like a garden you love. Here's a quick test. Apple, river, candle, sky, drum. Jot them down in your head. Wait a minute. Recall them. Sounds simple, but for many over 70, it's a stumble, a little trip in the dark. That 5% who nail it every time? They're not born special. They've kept their minds in motion, alive, dancing. The truth is, memory doesn't just fade with age. It fades with disuse. Your brain's like a muscle. Let it sit idle, and it softens. Work it, challenge it, and it sharpens like a blade. A strong memory isn't just about finding your glasses or remembering a birthday. It's your lifeline to joy, to connection, to the very essence of who you are. I think of my grandma, Ella. At 78, she started forgetting little things, where she parked the car, what she ate for lunch. It scared her, that fog creeping in. Then she joined a book club on a whim. She read novels that stretched her, argued with friends about plot twists, laughed over coffee. Every week, her mind got brighter, clearer. Now at 83, she recites poems from memory long ones with a grin and says, "My brain still got it. I'm not letting it go." You can light yours up too, starting today, no matter where you stand. Learn a new word, try serendipity. Let it roll around your tongue like a sweet note. Play a game. List 5 things you saw today: tree, dog, cloud, car, flower. Then recall them tomorrow morning. Read a book that challenges you, not just skims by maybe a mystery that keeps you guessing or a history that pulls you in. Talk to someone new, really listen. Let their story sink into you. Ask questions, connect. These aren't hobbies or time fillers, they're brain workouts. Little sparks that keep your neural pathways glowing. And here's a bonus. Moving your body helps too. A walk in the crisp air, a stretch in the morning sun, oxygen flows. Thoughts clear, fog lifts. The sharpest minds at 70, 80, 90 don't just happen, they're built step by step, day by day, choice by choice. Finally, let's go deeper past muscle, past memory, to the heartbeat of it all. Purpose. It's that quiet fire that gets you out of bed, that whisper telling you there's still something worth doing, worth being, worth giving. That 5% shining past 70? They've got it a reason, a spark, a thread tying them to the world in a way that lights them up. When purpose fades after retirement hits, when kids move out, when routines dissolve into thin air, life can dim. Days blend into each other like a gray wash. Energy drifts away. The world feels smaller, quieter, colder. But when it burns bright, your body responds like it's been waiting. Your mind wakes up sharp and eager. Your spirit soars like it's 20 again. Studies hammer this home. Research from places like Harvard and the American Heart Association says it clear. Seniors with a strong sense of purpose don't just feel better, they live longer, stay sharper, bounce back stronger from whatever life throws. Why? Because meaning isn't fluff or feel-good nonsense, it's fuel, pure and simple. I think of Tom, a retired teacher I met at 73. He felt lost after leaving the classroom, days stretched empty, purposeless, like a book with no ending. Then he started volunteering, reading to kids at the local library. He'd sit there, voice steady, eyes bright, bringing stories to life. He told me, "I thought I was done giving. Turns out I've got more now than I ever did." At 76, he's healthier, happier, alive because he found his why, his reason to keep going. you can find yours too. It's not gone, just waiting to be uncovered. It doesn't have to be big or loud. Plant a garden, watch something grow under your hands. Write your life stories, funny ones, hard ones, true ones for your kids or grandkids to hold someday. Mentor someone younger, share a lesson you've learned the hard way. Sit with a friend who needs you, just be there, steady and present. Ask yourself, what now? Not with a sigh of defeat, but with a spark of wonder. You're not retiring from meaning, you're renewing it, rekindling it, claiming it. Because purpose isn't a finish line you cross once and forget. It's the pulse that keeps you young, keeps you moving, keeps you you. So, we've walked through the 5 quiet powers that mark the rare 5%. Sitting and rising from the floor with ease, carrying your groceries like it's nothing, climbing stairs without a second thought, keeping your mind sharp as a tack, and holding on to a purpose that lights your days. These aren't random tricks or superhuman feats, they're threads woven into the fabric of a life that thrives, not just survives. And here's the beauty. They don't stand alone. They dance together, each one lifting the others, building a foundation that holds you up. Think about it. When you strengthen your legs to rise from the floor, you're also building the power to carry that grocery bag. When you climb stairs and feel your heart pump, you're sending oxygen to your brain, sharpening your memory. And when you find purpose, something to care about, something to chase, it pulls everything else along, giving your body a reason to move, your mind a reason to stay clear. It's a circle, a rhythm, a life that flows. I've seen it in people like Ruth, Joe, Maria, Ella, Tom, ordinary folks who decided they weren't done, who took small steps and found big wins. Let's break it down even further, because this isn't just inspiration, it's action. Maybe you're thinking, okay, but where do I start? How do I fit this into my day? Fair question. You don't need hours or a gym membership, just a few minutes, a little space, and a willingness to try. Here's a simple plan. Every morning, sit on the floor, maybe while the coffee's brewing, hold it for 10 seconds, stand up slow. Carry something light around the house, a book, a water bottle 5 steps each way, feel your hands grip. Climb 3 stairs or step up on a low stool 5 times. Recall 5 things from yesterday: coffee, dog, sun, mail. Laugh, write them down if you want. And for purpose, spend 5 minutes thinking, what's one thing I'd love to do today, for me or someone else? That's it, less than 15 minutes, and you're already on the path. Now let's get real for a second, because I know it's not always that simple. Life throws curveballs. Maybe your knees ache more than they used to, or your hands shake when you lift, or your memory feels like a sieve some days. Maybe purpose feels like a luxury when you're just trying to get through the week. I get it, those roadblocks are real and they can feel like walls. But here's the thing, they're not walls, they're doors. You just need the right key to push through. Take physical limits. If sitting on the floor hurts, start higher, use a low chair. Ease down to a cushion, build up slow. If carrying feels shaky, begin with a feather-light bag, a scarf, a sock until your hand's steady. Stairs too steep? Hold the rail, take one at a time, rest as you go. Memory slipping? Laugh at it, write your list on your hand if you have to, then try again tomorrow. Purpose lost? Start tiny, smile at a neighbor, water a plant, call an old friend. These aren't failures, they're first steps, proof you're still in the game. Then there's the mental hurdle, the voice that says, I'm too old for this, or what's the point? I've heard it from folks I love, and I've felt it myself some days. But listen, that voice is a liar. Age doesn't own you, you own it. The point isn't to be 20 again, it's to be the best you, right now. Look at someone like Betty, 79, who I met at a community center. She'd given up after a fall, thought her days of moving were over. Then a friend dragged her to a chair yoga class. She grumbled, but she went. A year later, she's not just sitting and standing, she's teaching others, laughing, alive. She told me I didn't think I had it in me. Turns out I just had to start. Here's something else to chew on. This isn't just about you. When you rise stronger, sharper, with purpose, it ripples out. Your kids see it, they stop worrying, start smiling. Your grandkids feel it, they've got a role model who's still in the fight. Your friends catch it, they're inspired to move too. Even strangers notice the way you carry yourself, the light in your eyes. I saw this with my dad. At 72, he started walking more, lifting light weights, volunteering at a food bank. Suddenly, my mom was joining him. My sister was calling more. I was prouder than ever. One choice, and he lifted us all. Imagine that for a second. You standing taller, thinking clearer, living with a spark, and the people you love reflecting it back. That's not just longevity, that's legacy. It's not about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years and to theirs. So if this is hitting home, hit subscribe right now. We're deep in this journey together, and I've got more to share to keep that ripple going. All right, let's tie it all up, because this isn't about dreaming, it's about doing. You've got the 5 powers: the floor, the carry, the stairs, the memory, the purpose. They're not out of reach, that they're right here, waiting for you to grab them. You don't have to be perfect, or fast, or fearless. You just have to start. Here's a real plan, something you can do today, tomorrow, this week. No excuses. Day 1, sit on a cushion, stand up slow 5 times, rest between. Carry a light bag, maybe your keys, in a book 10 steps around the room. Climb 3 stairs, or step up on a low box 5 times each leg. Recall 5 things from this morning: coffee, shoes, bird, phone. Smile, say them out loud. Spend 5 minutes thinking, what's one thing I'd love to do this week? Write it down, call a friend, plant a seed, draw a picture. That's your seed planted. Water it, watch it grow. Day 2, add a twist sit cross-legged for 10 seconds before standing. Feel your hips stretch. Carry that bag a little longer, 15 steps. Climb 4 stairs or 6 step-ups. Recall yesterday's list, then make a new one. Pick one small purpose step, text that friend, buy that seed, sketch that line. Day 3, keep going, tweak it, make it yours. By the end of the week, you're not just moving, you're building, growing, thriving. Let's zoom out for a minute. Why does this matter? Why push for these 5 things when you could just coast? Because coasting isn't living, it's waiting. The 5% who master these aren't special, they're stubborn. They've decided that life after 70 isn't a footnote, it's a chapter. Maybe the boldest one yet. They're not chasing youth. They're claiming power to move, to think, to matter. And you've got that same shot and that same choice. Look at the numbers. Millions of seniors lose independence every year, not because they have to, but because they stop trying. Hospitals fill up, families stress out, spirits dim. But the ones who fight the Ruths, Joes, Mariahs, Ellas, Toms, they flip that script. They stay out of the ER. They keep their homes. They light up their days. That's not luck, that's grit. And it's not just for them, it's for the world they touch, the people they lift, the future they shape. So here we are, the 5 things that mark the rare 5%, sitting and rising from the floor with ease, carrying your groceries like it's nothing, climbing stairs without a second thought, keeping your mind sharp as a tack, holding on to a purpose that lights your days. This isn't about being flawless or outrunning anyone else. It's about refusing to give up on yourself, about deciding that this stage of life isn't a curtain falling, it's a spotlight rising, warm and bright. You don't have to do it all today. Start with 1. Ease onto the floor, lift a bag, take a step, recall a list, seek your spark. You're stronger than you know, more capable than the world might tell you. Aging isn't a sentence to sit out. It's an invitation to step up, to rewrite the rules. Every stretch you take, every memory you chase, every purpose you claim builds a life that doesn't just stretch long, but reaches wide and deep and true. You're not here to tally years. You're here to make them matter, to fill them with strength, clarity, and a joy that echoes through every room you walk into. So, hit subscribe right now. Let's keep this journey going together. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and tell me in the comments, what's your next step? I'm here cheering you on because your best chapter, it's starting today, right here, right now.